No music in the beginning of this, but still go follow or kill VCR. All right. This conversation is here to answer the request of the Patreon people. You can go follow my Patreon at New Regime Entertainment on Patreon. Um, the Patreon people wanted the new people who are signed up are very, very new to the industry. I told them that there's videos that you can go watch, but they want they want to see a new one. They want to hear me say it as I do. And I don't have a problem with that. Um mm, Now, half of the time uh they want to hear a certain thing. They want to talk about the clock. And somebody who is not really what's the word? Someone who is not really worried about making money may not think this is a glamorous conversation. And I guess it isn't. I guess it isn't a glamorous conversation. But it's a necessary one. Usually when they talk to me, they want to know what are the tricks, what are the loopholes. Doggy, let me tell you what this clock does. This clock, how do I word this? This clock basically attacks all of it attacks all of your abilities to be lazy. That's what it. That is what is pretty much designed for. You can't. You can't just be lazy. You can't do it. If you do, the clock gets you. That's what it's for. It is to show you a path to productivity. That's pretty much what it is. And most of the time, uh, people really they don't get that. They really don't get it. You cannot just do whatever you want. You can't. The clock won't allow you. It will not allow you. So when you come out of an industry where um, you didn't necessarily have to be that mindful, the clock is going to terrorize you. If you worked in the industry where you didn't never have to rush, the clock is going to terrorize you. Where you kind of decided when you wanted to do stuff, the clock is going to terrorize you. At the end of the day, it's going to terrorize you. You cannot just do whatever you want to do. You always, at some point in the day, you're always thinking about your clock. If you're someone who's legit trying to make money. Because some people come in here and they just wing it. Like, get up when I want. No, you don't. We're going to go over a series of videos that are thought processes that I've used to help people get some money. Exactly, Roger. You don't you Basically, what I want you to understand is you don't have to do anything. That's the first freaking rule. Let's get that out of the way. You don't have to do anything. The way it's set up is if you choose not to do it, hey man, that's on you. That's on you. So I'll give you a perfect example. You have to drop a load 5 a.m. It's 1,000-mile load. If you're someone who understands your clock, you understand how many days or how many hours 1,000 hours takes. You know that 2 days is 1,200 miles if you're completely legal and running by the speed limit. A general rough understanding, 1,200 miles. Where the clock comes in is when they give you, release the load to you, and when you have to be there affects your whole trip. It affects the whole trip. So if they give me the load, let's say I have to pick it up. I'm supposed to pick it up 7 a.m. Then I gotta drop it off. I have to drop it off the next day at. I have to drop it off the next day at 1900. The next day at 1900. A rookie will look at that and be like, it wouldn't even alarm them. They would just, oh, okay, I'll just drive. No, no, you're not going to just drive. Here's where the issue comes in at. You need to basically get 1,000 miles in. Well, that first day you need 600. That we know. First day you need 600 miles. And this is where sleeping at the shipper comes in at. Now, this can work fine if you just drop and hook, but if you go in there and they hold you, now you're in a different situation. So let's say you go in at 7, the product don't get there, they don't release you to 1,500. And the company, if they can help it, they're not going to change the appointment time if they can help it. Now, sometimes you can just make a stance and all that stuff, but then you're not very popular. You're not very popular. So when they release the load, your objective is to get as many miles off of this load before the second day. Now, if you're with a legitimate company, they book the loads at 55 miles an hour, which means if you were to get that at 7, they would have told you to drop it off 10 o'clock in the morning the day after next. That way you would have had a pickup day, a run day, and a drop-off day. And usually that's more simple. But if you're dealing with somebody that ain't thinking in that realm, they'll throw anything at you. Just, hey, man, deal with it. So they give it to you at 1,500. If you slept at the shipper, you could drive 650 miles off that immediately. That'll leave you with 300-some miles left. Right? You go to sleep. Let's say you get it at 1,500. Then you got 1,500 is going to be 1,500 is going to be 3 o'clock. You got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 at an hour and a half to that. We'll call it 3 o'clock in the morning. You shut down. 3 o'clock in the morning. You shut down. You're done. You got to sleep 10 hours if you don't do an 8-2 split and all that crap. But you got to sleep 10 hours. We'll call it 10. I just do flat 10. I never play with that mess. So you do 10. Use 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. You have 1. You're going to wake up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You're going to wake up at 1. You're going to run from 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Dealer business. You're going to run 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you only have about 5 hours left, 6 hours left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 o'clock in the afternoon. You're an hour early. That's the most simple way of running that. That's the most simple way of running that. Notice I didn't say you could be in the sleeper for 15 hours. Because y'all are coming to me, and when I see because people send me their logs, they're atrocious. A lot of them are atrocious. There's a few that listen to the videos and got prepared before they send it. But there's a few who legit are being honest and just sending me their stuff. You can't run tight, which means you can't make no money. What I just told you, you had an hour to spare. Means you can't be in the sleeper for 13 hours. You 2 hours late. That's simple. That's how tight it is. Why are you talking about stuff that's tight? Because that's the only thing that matters. Stuff that's not tight, an idiot can figure it out. You just keep driving and you end up there on time. That's not what we're discussing. You want to know from what y'all questions are, and there's over 15 inboxes about freaking clock. Because that's usually the place people stumble. Usually when people come to the point, okay, I'm not making money. What is going on? They end up finding out it's the clock. Oh, it's the clock. And then they start really breaking down. Oh, I'm not doing the clock right. If you'd have gave that load to Just Phil and he's seen the placement, he'd have known this was tight from the beginning. You should be able to look at a load and in 5 seconds know that how your night's going to go. This is going to be a tight load. This load's going to be tight. What am I going to do? How am I going to run it? Right? That's the first. This is going to be tight. But see, when you don't understand your clock, you'll look at the load and it won't even register that it's tight. You'll think, oh man, I'm picking this up on the first. It don't got to be there to the third. Forget about it. I got 3 days. You don't have 3 days, my dude. You do not have 3 days to get there. If it's the first now, you got to pick it up at 11 o'clock in the morning. That's half the day's gone. You don't have 3 days. So we'll call that 2.5. But on the back end, on 3 o'clock, if they tell you to drop it there 3 o'clock in the morning at 2 o'clock, if they tell you to drop it there on the 3rd at 3 o'clock in the morning, you got 1 day. You do not have 3 days to get there. You don't. You don't. You don't have time to get there. And this is the thing. People are laughing because that's something rookies tell you. I got 3 days. I'm going to stop at the highway down the county. I'm going to go up there and get me some chrome for my truck, Jack. That's what I'm going to do. You worrying about stupid stuff. Go get me some chrome for my truck. Watch out, baby. Brian Johnson, thanks for hitting the Cash App. Thank you. Bill, thanks for hitting the Cash App, saying he wants more content like this. Well, you got to support more content like this, bro. That's how it works. And I'll do more content like this if it shows that this is what you want to see. Okay? You don't got 3 days. The problem that you're messing up and you're ending up late, the reason why you ended up late, because first of all, you're saying you're not making money. That's telling me you ended up late immediately. In a good company situation. There are chances that if you're in a bad company, you're just sucking all together. But we're going to go on the premise that this is a good company. If you're telling me you're not getting good money, you're late. That's the first thing I'm thinking is you're late. And the second thing I'm thinking is you're bad at your clock. You're late. Sorry. No, I don't even be late like that. That means you be late sometimes. You're late. You're freaking late. And the reason you're late is because they're sending you a load, you're reading it, it's not registering, it's tight, and you're sleeping in the sleeper to 15 freaking hours thinking you got 3 days to get somewhere, and you do not. You do not have 3 days to get there. You don't have time to talk to your old lady on the phone at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, beating off. I know what you're doing, Bad though. I know what you're doing. You're back there playing hide the rub it jail, wasting your time. Old head in the truck next to you knocked out 20 minutes after they put him in the door. Why do old heads go to sleep like that? Because they understand their clock. First of all, I can't tell you all of them. I can't tell you all of them. Because there's so many different variations of clocks tricks or understandings that I can't tell you all of them. Sometimes you're at a place that's going to hold you for 10 hours. You're going to get there at 1300. They're going to hold you from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. Old head going to drive off as soon as they release the truck at 11 o'clock at night. He's going to drive off. Let me tell you what you're going to do. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. You're going to pull up at 11. Let me tell you what you're going to do. You're going to pull up at 11. You're going to pull up at 11. They're not going to tell you it's going to take till 11 o'clock in the morning because you probably went somewhere down and you probably went to Smithfield packing a JBS beef or something like that. And they sent you a load like this here. They said, hey, man, go pick up this load on the 1st. And they told you could get there at any time. Anytime. You can get here. It don't matter to us. You could. Come on now, forget about it. You ain't been in the game long enough to know that when you're going to a meat processing place and it tells you 100 to 2300 at night, they're going to wait till the last second. They're going to use up every bit of time they got. Usually. This is within reason. You hear me? Within reason. Old head know the game. Someone who understands their clock knows the game. What do? They see the load, who it comes from. Oh, that's okay, here we go. This is JBS. I know how they roll. They backed up most of the time. Forget about it. And let's say he's going to stay up the night before. Clock conditioning. Forget about the rebirth. I shouldn't even tell you all this, man, because this is how you make money. I ain't going to tell you this. I know. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. Thanks for the $4, Lazaro, watching live. Dope. Thank you for the $4, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for even putting in on content that you say you want. I love that. Listen, he knows off the jump from looking at this load. I'm running this through the night. He already know the trick. He knows the trick, bro. Oh, I see where this is going. So let's say the load 200 miles down the county. All you got to do is run 200 miles to go get it. Where he's at, he gonna BS. He ain't gonna leave. He probably ain't gonna leave until 10 o'clock at night the night before. If the place lets you sleep nearby, which they usually do, he going to show up there, you understand, park. He's going to match his time. I got 10 hours in the sleeper. They're probably not going to load me till 11 o'clock at night. So when does he need to go to sleep? Now, listen, either you're this into it or you're not. He goes to sleep, tries to wake up within the 3-hour window, so he probably go up there at 9 o'clock at night. Good case, they give him the load immediately. They loaded it at 1600 during the day when he was. If bad case, sit over there, wait. They get to him 10:55, 11:05. They give him the load. He well rested though, because he slept. He moved his clock. He stayed up late. It hurt that night before. Went to sleep late. Woke up late. He ready to go. 11 o'clock, they give him the load. He down the counter. Boom, gone. You didn't do that. First day he get the load, he knocked 750 out that joint. Shamakaya. Done. What did you do? You had fun, did what you wanted to do, went to sleep regular time, like this a regular day job, which it is not. Dinner. Then you got there and you stayed up talking to the old lady at 10:30. Dinner. You talk to your old lady, "Ooh, baby, I'm missing you," and all that thing. You missing her. All this stuff. You watch a little Family Guy before you go to bed. Knock out 10:50. They call on your phone. Ring, 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 ring. But you smart enough, you cut the ring off. You cut the ring off. You cut the ringer off. See, this type of place, they're not about to come wake you up. They got too much going on. They just gonna let you be late. Especially at a place that ain't gonna let you park there. You cut the ring off, wake up 9:30 in the morning. 10. Forget about it. You wake up, let me call, see what's going on. Go in and get your coffee. Hey, man, is that load ready? They tell you this load been ready since freaking 2100. Where are you? Oh, well, y'all said I was there early and no one. That's irrelevant, my guy. That's irrelevant. When they give you a long window, when they tell you you can be here from 1 in the morning to 2300, it don't matter, my guy. It don't matter. It does not matter. They're not holding you up waiting. They have the window. That's why these places are so notorious, because of this window, they don't pay you detention. Your detention, which is another way of understanding your clock and money, your detention shows up 2 hours after they stay there in time. 2 hours after your appointment. Your appointment don't end until 11 o'clock at night. So they would have had to give you the load 2 o'clock in the morning or something for you to get detention. But that's how they do you. That's how they do you. Okay, that's all love. You go up there at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, you go pick the load up because you're a rookie. Sweet bucket rookie. Sweet butt cheeks. You don't know what to do. You pick the load up, boom, ba boom. You head down the lane, boom, boom. Then you look at it, man, when I got to drop this thing off? This is a 650, this is a 720 mile load. You got to drop it off 2 o'clock the next morning. You're late. You're late. Within the rules of most of y'all mega carrier type guys, the truck's governed at 65 and you on a hard Qualcomm clock. You can't hot diggity that joint. You can't do it. You're late. Well, I could get there at if I really know, bro. No, bro. You're not about to do 700 something miles with a 65 mile an hour truck, bro, in a day. You're not about to do that. The only way you can get that distance is to run illegal, and they got a hard Qualcomm on you. Every time the wheel move, it bang you. You can't do it. You're late, bro. You're freaking late. Now, how you could have did this correctly, you could have went down there and did what the old head or the dude that knows how to run his clock would have did. They'd have woke up as soon as they gave him the load, they'd have ran into it. They would have stopped and would have been able to do their 10 and get there on time, or they would have been able to do an 8-2 split and get there on time. They would have ran most of it out. If, that's how it goes. But you don't have these capabilities. Exactly. You're not punching 720 miles in no cut truck. You're not going to do it. And the mega carrier don't let you play with your clock like that. They will call you. What are you doing? You're over your time. Rebirth and the re-education for the nation. You understand? Then what you gonna do? So now you late. You just proved that you cannot handle this type of load. You already getting the reputation of someone that's not gonna do what they have to do to get the load, and they gonna start messing with your money. You've already messed up and don't know you did yet. Then how do you internalize this? You say the company sucks. Immediately. Oh, it's the company's fault. It's the company's fault. What you mean it's the company's fault? No, man, because they be, right? It's their fault. Roger, I see you. Appreciate the love. I didn't have the alert box on. That's why you didn't get your bling. I'm sorry about that, man. Right? You think, oh, man, it's something like it's their fault. No, it's not. You don't know how to run your clock. Because on one hand, this load is annoying. On the other hand, if you're a new guy who came in and went lease immediately, which a lot of you dummies do, if you're doing that, you slid in some money. You think about it. You better dang, if you are at a mega carrier that's doing percentage, and this load paid $1,400, you knocked that out in a day. You made $1,400 in a day. So it's actually a good thing if you know what you're doing. It's a good thing. but you don't know how to handle your clock yet. And understand something. When you get on the other end messing with meat companies and you mess around and be late, they going to kick you to the next day. You just lost a day. You're losing money. You're losing money, bro. You're losing money. It isn't their fault. It is your non-understanding of what you're supposed to be doing. It is. I agree, Roger. I agree. Go Phoenix, big dog, for the love, dropped 100. Said, keep teaching the people to read, bro, and to re-educate. I've been watching your new videos, man. I gotta get around to you, man. We gonna work soon, bro. Just I got some stuff to do on the back end, but we gonna work. I've been watching your progression. I need you to mess with your thumbnails a little bit, but we gonna get it right. Listen, you don't know what you're doing. How else do I know that you don't understand how to use your clock? Because you stop too much. Do you understand? And I hate to do the re-education. Phil podcast or die trying. I'm gonna stop talking this because they don't want to hear this type of stuff. This is too much. Phil, I'm stopping. I ain't gonna give him no more. You right. I ain't gonna give him no more. It's too much for him. Reverb and the re-education. Your DM sees your clock for the newbies. We're not talking about people who had an owner-op spot, who's with the Ukrainians. We're not talking about the people. And the Ukrainians and Russians can see your clock. Don't get it wrong. Anyone who's going to keep trucking or something like that, they have a whole dashboard that shows everything you got going on. So don't think that you're exempt. So they know you're running illegal. But peep game. You're in the league. You're down the county at the league. Then they gave you a hot butt truck. You hot. You ain't never seen no money before. Huh? You ain't never seen it. You've never seen no money before? You've never seen it. Never. You get a little money, you go home, get a little butt, right? You stay home longer than you're supposed to. That's one strike. Ain't no. Stay home longer than you're supposed to. That's one strike. You come back lazier because you're not used to this money. You've been down there sinning, drinking alcohol, which affects your drive stamina, which affects your clock. I told you for the jump, don't do drugs. Did I tell you that? Don't do drugs. It don't help you. You need mental clarity and physical stamina to hit that clock the way you need to. What do drugs and alcohol do? They deteriorate your stamina and mental health. Don't do drugs. How I get better on the clock? Put the alcohol down. I digress. I'm not going to say, no, I'm a regress. Don't do drugs. You up there with the glassy eyes like your freaking liver's going bad trying to drive down the road. You can't go home drinking and drugging and sucking and tucking. You can't do it. You cannot do it. You can. But then you're stopping a lot. Why is stopping so bad? This is why I tell you, the next leg of this, you need to run, right? And I'm going to let other people come in and talk about this out the Patreon. I'm going to send a link in there for them to talk. You're supposed to run at least 4 hours straight, 8 minutes to use the bathroom, 10 at the max, back in the truck, another 3 hours and 50 minutes. You're on your 30-minute break. Rest of your time, that's a good drive shift. Bang, bang, forget about it. You can't send me something and you stopped 8 times if it's on a drive day. You can't do it. I'm sorry. You can't drop 8 times. Extremely. You're sightseeing, bro. You're not running to make money. Someone told me the other day that I don't tell people how to make no money. Ain't this a bitch? I'm not telling you how to make no money right now. Am I not telling you how to make no money right now? You can't stop 8 times, bro. Why is that? Why can't I stop 8 times? Because when you stop 8 times, you move your arrival time back 8 times for certain times a minute. Then I look at it, each time is 10, 11, 16, 22, 11, 16, 22, 11, 20. You got 4 hours of stop time. You put your appointment back 4 hours. And if it's on a long load, you're doing this for multiple days. So if you're on a load that's 2,700 miles, you got 3 days of running. You don't push the arrival back 12 hours. Let's say you get there 2 hours late. You say, I was only 2 hours late. But when your DM goes and looks at your situation and he opens it up and he looks at what you did on this load and it tells him you stop 8 times and how long, the same thing you see in your graph, he see. You can't do it, bro. You cannot do it. Now he doesn't want to take any of your excuses. He ain't taking none of them because he know you BS'd. He knows it. He know you've been BSing. This is what they do, a smart DM that knows that deals the business, because it's been done to me. He's going to take every time you stopped and add up the time. So if you stop 8 hours a day, it's a 3-day run, you done stop 12 times. He's going to take those 12 off duties that are 10, 20, 13, 16, 18, 22, 30. He's going to take them all and add them up to the amount of hours. It's going to take 12 hours. So when you tell him, I am only 2 hours late, chill out, he's going to look at this 12-hour window where you could have been 12 hours early. No. It's you. It's freaking you, bro. There's no other way to put it. It's you. It's no other way to put it. It's you. So when people say, trucker they pee in a cup, those are people that don't understand their clock. Because if I can pee in a cup or a bottle and don't get stuck at some pilot line where it takes me 10 minutes to get up there, 4 minutes to go in, and 6 minutes to get out, and I can just pull over, pee in a cup, and keep going, and I save 16 minutes, I'm doing it. Period. I don't care what it look like. Give me the money. That's how I'm thinking. There's a reason old heads do certain things. And you think, they just nasty peeing in cups, but you ain't getting paid. It's ridiculous. Beware of trying to be fashionable in trucking and worrying about badges of honor, because none of them mean anything. They don't mean nothing. What are the brass tacks that make you money? Because let me tell you, there is nuances to having being company, lease truck, and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, all of it's clock, baby. You understand that? Oh, yeah, that's a whole nother one, Arthur. Arthur spilling the beans. He said in fuel, Arthur dropping too many giblets. Arthur, pull back. You got to pull back, Jack. You giving them too much. They can't comprehend what you're talking about. He done slipped in and said fuel. There goes some more money on the table. They not ready for that, Arthur. Don't give them all that. Because they think, as long as I look cool, I'm going to make some money. No. That's not what that means at all. No, that's not what that means at all. That's not what that means at all. You stop that many times, then you get to let's say you run decent, you get to the back end, right? You woke up late, you stopped 8 times. Now you're pulling in, you get there, and now the question is where to park. Well, I thought we were talking about, the time clock. It's all connected. Pay attention. That's why you're not making no money. You're not making no money because you're not listening. If you can, and the place is safe and within reason, got to be within reason. Within reason. Deal with me. You want to sleep at the shipper if you can, but sometimes you can't. But if you can, oh man, you're early. You're early. Even though you did all that messed up stuff, you're early. But they may say, no, you can't do it. Then you got to look around. What's your other options? My first thing I'm going to look for is a wall measy. I'm sorry. That's just what I'm going for. Even though sometimes you can't do it, but that's the first place I'm going to look for. Because sometimes a wall measy be 2 miles up the road. Don't know. Right? It'd be 2 miles up the road. It's 2 miles up the road. Why you want to be that close? It's a reason. You want to zip, tip, grip. Now listen, some of these mega carriers, they'll give you a couple miles under 15 miles an hour for you to go in there without starting your clock. Some of these cats know that. They probably took that away. There's a leak somewhere for you to get your money right. You just got to know how to do it. Now, you wouldn't have to do none of this if you did your clock tricks and just, when they gave you the load, you just took off. Then you would be so early it wouldn't matter. Here's a rule of thumb. You hang out when you're there. Meaning, if there's a 2,000-mile load, you don't hang out till you're done with the 2,000 miles. You in that city, and then from there, you hang out and look around and all that other stuff if you want to. But the load got to get done first. You don't drive 1,000 miles out of a 2,000-mile load and then burn your free time in that and then have to do another 1,000 because you could pop a tire, you do anything. Time management is the job. Driving is part of it. Hooking up is part of it. Talking to people is part of it. The money is time management. It's just as simple as that. The money's in time management. And if you're an irresponsible adult, you do not manage your time correctly. And it will reflect in your paycheck. If you're at the league, there's people driving by you with $1,600 paychecks for a company. And you telling me you can't make no more than $800. What does that tell you? Every piece of time wasted, I consider it being fat on the bone. It's fat on the bone. You just got to trim the fat, baby. Trim the fat down. Where are you wasting time? While I'm talking to you right now, if you're sitting still, is your graph open and you're looking for the fat? It's that simple. Trim it off the bone. Where the fat at? If you got to refuel your big gulp cup from Pilot for 98 cents, if you got to replenish that every 4 hours, there goes some fat on the bone. Right there. If you go and do some cock gazing and you looking around at freaking where you going? You looking around at CBs and you looking at CBs and freaking where y'all going? CBs and radios and headsets and GPSs, and you saying next time I'm gonna get this GPS and I like this one because this one's cooler, and then you're getting caught up in conversations about CBs at the truck stop for 30 minutes, and now y'all want to sit with some dude who's probably already where he needs to be, some old guy, and he wants to sit here and talk shop with you while you're burning your money. You don't got time for that, man. Yes, the conversation terrorist, as Shooter Brown pointed out, the conversation terrorist who's at the truck stop who wants to talk you to death, he ain't helping you get where you got to go. Look, bro, hey, man, it's nice talk. I got to go, bro. Don't let that old dude catch you in a corner, bro, because he'll sit there and talk to you for 3 hours. Then you find out his truck in the shop, he owned the truck, is cash, and he getting the bottom end done. He just wants someone to talk to. He just wants someone to talk to. Don't let that dude get you, man. He's a wizard, and he has any way to get you in a conversation. This is how the conversation go, daily business. You looking at a GPS. Don't get that one. You should go with this one. See, when I first started, he got you already. That's quick. You're done. He has you. You're done. You're stuck in this never-ending conversation. He got you. He freaking got you. You at the fuel island doing what you got to do. He was, they finally they didn't go under. You like what? When I started 15 years ago, they was going under. Did they go under? Did they change the pace? He got you. He about to talk you to death. He about to talk you to death. 10, 11 know what I'm talking about. He about to talk you to death. What you gonna do? He got you. You thinking, nah, I don't know. I just started 2 weeks ago. Oh, so you're new. Your clock ticking. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Use a new driver. Let me tell you something. You're done, diggity. You're there for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Now you stop turning, you done burned 40, 30 minutes. And that's the exact 40, 30 minutes that they're going to talk to you about when they say you're late. See, he ain't got to worry about that because old head ain't going to talk you to death unless he on time. He already know how to do his job, expert level. He just breathe and he there on time. But he lonely, so he wants someone to talk to. He'll mess your check up to have someone to talk to. Hey, you know, back in 83, like you don't got time for them conversations, bro. That's why I don't sit in TAs and eat. There is a war council of trucking problems and issues that ruins people's clock every day. It's inside of the iron skilly. It's inside of the TA. Inside of the TA, an iron skillet, where there's tables. Look around. Where there's tables, there's a bar. Okay? And this is where the conversation terrorists sit down and they do battle. This is where it's like, this is the one-up table. Y'all ain't listening to me. This is the one-up table right here. This is where all the super trucker one-uppers, I hate, that's where they sit. I know y'all ain't really running because y'all don't know what table I'm talking about. Y'all don't know what table I'm talking about, do you? You don't know. You don't know what table I'm talking about. Right? You don't know what table I'm talking about. Do All right? So it's one of them situations. Hold on. What is going on? You understand that? So once you in this position, let me mute this real quick. There we go. This is what I need here for the go round and the get down. There we go. Right? So this round table is where the people come here and they talk about how they hate the industry and what company went down, and I heard they came back and this company merged with that company, and you got to watch the road up the road. Someone crashed, and you know I'm thinking about getting out. My wife ain't crap. This is where this conversation goes on at. And if you a rookie, you go in and say ain't no place to sit. I'll sit here. You'll be there for 3 hours, bro. On one hand, there's a lot of years of experience there. It is. But it is always, 90% of the time, it's overtly negative. It's overtly negative. And these dudes are not about to give you no real tips. They're not going to do it. You stuck. Now what you gonna do? They got you. I can't give y'all all this drip, bro. I can't give y'all all this drip. Because you would know where you need to be if you could type in your average speed with an equation and know when you're going to be there. I'm going to tell you how to do that in a minute, but let me go through and pay bills. Roger, thank you for hitting the super chat for $10. I appreciate you. Didn't have the alert box on, so you didn't get your props. I want to stop and talk to you about that. Thank you so much for hitting the alert button. Also, other people who have supported. Gold Phoenix supported. Lazaro supported. Thank you for the love. You understand? Politics, conspiracy theories, all day, baby. Let's talk. Ain't nobody talking about no money. Where the money at? I want to get a trucker like you. Well, you going to have to know to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm asking you to tell me how to know right now. Nah, I can't do that. The game to be sold, not told. Avoid the truck stop. Exactly, podcast.try. Avoid it. It don't lead nowhere, bro. You could have slept at the gym and been better off for it. So when you come up to me in the Patreon, which the link is right there, hit it, sign up. I'm also giving the shout outs to the people who sign up to the Patreon. When you go to these places, Don Leto, thanks for signing up. Ghostface, thanks for signing up. Dominique Keys, thanks for signing up. The Great Freight Saga Logics, thanks for signing up. Arian Melton, thanks for signing up. John Doe, thanks for signing up. I'll keep that open, so if anybody new signs up, I'll be able to call your name out. You understand? It's to be sold, not told. Peep game. First of all, you're supposed to know how far you can go. How? Math. Trucking is math. And it's basic subtraction, addition, and multiplication. That's it. That's it. Multiplication. That's all it is. Ain't nothing else. Ain't nothing special. Okay, I got to get down the road. I'm trying to get 1,000 miles in 2 days. If it's the less time they give you, the faster you should be going. That's pretty much how I look. If you got a truck that's ungoverned, if you trying to get me go somewhere 1,000 miles, I know good and well I'm doing 70 miles an hour for most of the time. Average speed, I can do 700 something miles a day. I'm going to do that immediately. You know, you got to go 2,900 miles. You should be able to go to your hickam-a-jiggy, go to your calculator. You should be able to go to your calculator, put in 2,900. And divide it by your average speed. So if you do what the industry says 55, that's 52 hours of running. Well, let's say you do 2,900 and divided by 70 miles an hour, that's 41 hours. Now you know how many hours it is. Now out of that 41, you can only run 11, right? You only run 11. Divide that by 11. Booyah. That's 3.7 days. That's how long it takes for you to get across the country. That's 3.7 days. That's 3 opportunities for you to sleep too long and mess your load up. So if you sleep 15 hours for those 3 days to get to where you were going, if you burn an extra 4 hours a day, that's 12 hours out the load that you're behind. It's 12 hours out the load that you're behind. You're also more likely to run into traffic. You're going to burn some more of your time. And I know y'all don't want to believe this, but there's a such thing of sleeping too long. Y'all think, I slept like 14 hours. You're not supposed to sleep 14 hours. You end up feeling more tired than you did before. You're not supposed to sleep 14 hours. I pretty much sleep I sleep 5 to 7 hours a night. Prefer to keep it around 6. Yeah. That leaves me 4 hours to BS and touch on myself and talk to my old lady. It leaves time to do all that stuff, and I'm still good to go. Fall right to sleep, alarm come up, I'm gone, I'm in the wind. When you sleep them 6-7 hours, by the time the end of your day, you'll be good and ready to wind down. That's why a lot of y'all dealing with you'll sleep 10 hours and then only run 10 hours, and you're not sleepy at the end of the joint. You stay up 6, 7, 8 more hours after you're running, and then you end up late. You have to control your time. Your time on duty, your time off duty is just as important as your time on duty. And no one's telling y'all that. They just telling you go out there, buy a new truck, be owner op. Everybody will be happy. Jingle bullshit. We call bullshit on that. No. You can go out here and buy a truck, do everything you want to do, and still don't know how to run your clock. So you now, not only ain't making money, now you're really losing money. You don't stop in front of a major city, you stop behind a major city. Meaning, if you're going freaking east or west, and you run through the great state of Illinois, you come into Chicago, and you going from east to west. You don't stop at that oasis before the quarry. I done been through there. Y'all not listening to me. You don't stop there. You want to stop on the tail end of Chicago. Because when you wake up, you don't want to deal with that Chicago traffic. So you coming into town, I'm tired, I'm just going to shut it down here, forget about it. When you really need to pull to the back end of Chicago, to where it's going off into the wilderness. You need to pull back there. Then when you wake up, ain't nothing but open road. But you don't do that, do you? You go to sleep right there at that quarry before you're about to run into Chicago. That rock quarry. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Right? So you go there. Go to sleep, wake up, have a nice day, a nice evening for yourself. Everything's great. Everything's nice and great. Listen, we already know the game. Right? You go to sleep there. Law and Just Phil go to sleep behind. Some idiot gets in an accident in the middle of the city. He get in an accident. You wake up to locked traffic, 4-5 hours of traffic. Just Phil Law, 4-5 hours down the road, on time. You could have ran this whole load right, and all you had was 5 hours to get to where you going. And that traffic, that one mistake made you late. You're late now. You're late. That one misstep, you parked at the wrong place. You parked at the wrong place. And now you're late. What are you going to do, baby? It's that simple. You're late. Broker, DM, whoever's running, you don't care nothing about none of that stuff you're talking about. Because every time Just Phil and Dickie Down Brown go through there, they on time. How they go through the traffic? They park behind it. You do not want to park in front of a city if you're supposed to be going 1,000 miles past it. It's just a fact, though. You don't do it. You don't do it. It's making noise in my ears, bothering me. You don't do that. So what kind of run clock slave type, but these shippers, oh sweet Jesus, be about to have a fight? Sometimes you do. You can go through your week on your graph. You can go through your week on your graph and find all the fat and add it up for the 7 days and see what you get. See, I'm teaching you how to quantify your mom. Teach you how to quantify what you've been doing. Go through your week look at all the miscellaneous stops and how long they were, add them up for 7 days. Right? 7 days. And tell me what number you come up with. You come up with 24 hours of burn time. That's a lot of fat on the bone. Ain't it? That's why you made $800. Right? You made $800. And you could have made $1,600. That's where that went. That's where the money went. You burned it. Half of the getting money in this situation is creating the opportunity to be loaded. If you run tight, you make more opportunities to be loaded. Right? You make more opportunities to be loaded, which means more than times than not, you're going to hit the money. You're going to hit the money more than someone who does not have the opportunity to be loaded. I don't get the good loads where you're not in the position to be loaded with the good loads. So how are you going to get them? What is the guaranteed way of not getting the good loads? Is not being ready to get them, not being available to get them. That's the main way. What is the main way of being what's the main way of getting the good loads? Is being in the position to get them. Your truck being ready to be loaded. Your truck being done. When you drop a load, you run straight to the place. You either sweep it out yourself or you run straight down to the place and get it washed out and you fill that reefer up and then you talk. That's the way you be ready to go. That should be your immediate action as soon as you drop a load. You drop the load, first thing you looking for is either a blue beacon or you going to do it yourself. Should I get this next gym out? Because the rookies don't know it, y'all. Should I get this next gym out? Saying no. Y'all not messing with it. I'm not giving it no more. Because y'all don't like content like this. So I don't know why I'm even doing it with you. I like content like this. Only 3 people hollered at me and showed love. That's how I know it ain't true. Let's talk about something messy. Let's not talk about getting money no more. Let's not talk about getting money no more. For what? What are we talking about that for? Let's not talk about it no more. Let's keep it on the low. That ain't what y'all into. Y'all into jigabooing. I need to make some money, folks. Sucker. I got money. I'm rich. All right, you rich. I won't talk about money no more. Y'all say I want me to talk about it. You ain't talk about it. Talk about it. I'm talking about y'all getting all the money, making all the money. The things I tell you make you money because, they say I don't tell you how to make no money. I don't tell you how to make no money. You hear me? You can be 21 years old, go get your license, drive for 9 months, become a trainer, lease a truck, and make $150,000 a year with a GED. What other place are you doing that at? What other place can you do that? Give me another occupation. You can make $150,000, $200,000 a year with a GED. I'll wait. But I ain't pull them up. What you mean I ain't pull them up, dog? I don't tell people how to get money. Look, I made a slum get money. You hear me? When I came in the game, wasn't nobody looking like you on here. It's 2, 3 of them. It was cooning. I told you how to get the money, man. I told you how to get the money. I said you can make more than them than that couple $1,000s from selling rocks. You can make more than that here. You willing to get it? Don't look over your shoulder either. Just get it. And that's why I've been 8 years, bro, messing with y'all. You hear me? Then they say, well, I tell people how to get money. That's why I'm popping. Wow. I've been here 8 years with y'all, bro. Letting y'all talk to me directly. None of the other cats want you talking to them. What do you mean? You little bit. They don't want you talking to them. I'm from the slum. I can talk to y'all. It don't do nothing to me. Don't scare me. The other people, they think y'all dangerous. They don't talk to y'all. They don't make no place for you to sit down. They don't tell you where the money is. And never. For what? For what? Told you to charge more for yourself. You can make $100,000. Ain't nothing. Up your standards of life, dinner. What you mean, what? You hear me? I'm gonna come back with another groove after this break, man. Let y'all hear a kill for a second, man. We'll come back and we'll talk about more tips. You support this type of content, hit the Cash App and show love. Cause the industry don't mess with the boy, man. You already know that. If not, I'm just talk about Jigaboo. Let's Jigaboo today. I don't want Jigaboo now. See how long they stay with me. You hear me? Yeah, I run mine different. Eric James hit the Cash App $20 for my 1,000 first week video. Changed my life. You hear me? Speak about it. You hear me? I remember. Get the likes up. You know what I'm talking about? Get the likes up. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. You hear me? Y'all talking about y'all want some money. You don't want no money. You don't want no money. I can tell you how to get money, bro. I could. That's why I say, you know what it is, dog? It's because when I say this is for the rookies, everybody show up and be clogging the chat up and they not rookies. Everybody that's a rookie, sound off during the break real quick. Sound off to the break and say, I'm a rookie. I've been here under a year. Everybody under a year say, I've been here under a year, and I want to know. Say, I want to know. Just the old heads want to come in here and throw around what they know and take and feel good about themselves. Ain't helping nobody. Get the likes up. What are likes at? Someone tell me how many likes on this video, man. Get the likes up, the engagement. Share this. You supposed to have my back on this.
She ain't never coming home. No playing with a bitch, I coulda give it all a bone. Walking all the trap, I got a pocket full of stones. Trapping all the Twitter, made $100 phone. They love me cause I'm humble, shorty love me cause I'm long. Fucking with a baggy, she gon' blow it like a bomb.
A kill VCR on IG. A kill VCR.
Just to sell the whole shit. I'm walking strong. I've been stepping on snakes. Ice cube chain. I feel like old shit. So they got a fat ass, cause my name whole way. Living on the timeline. She got a thing for the top spot. She got a thing for the high block. She don't even scream with them Glocks pop.
Oh.
We can go down, bring the drum in. If we walk down, leave them running. 20 shots, leave them on the ground like a tubman. $20, niggas be dying for nothing. Is you supplying or running? Is you gon' ride if they running? He wanted 12 and she been by the dozen.
Hottest thing on the tune.
Might take the sky by my back to the wall. Free on my dogs, stuck on the wall. Back the little bitch, but little mama was tall. Fucking like dogs, I made her crawl. Fucking the car, can she through the fall? Call me Ray Charles, see you tomorrow. Little mama think thick and she look like Takar. All that black magic, I feel like Jafar. Make it go away. Money won't make it go away. Make it go away. Bitch won't make it go away. Make it go away. Money won't make it go away. Make it go away. Shorty in the streets and she ain't never coming home. Playing with a bitch, I gotta give it all a bone. Walking on the trap, I got a pocket full of stones. Trapping all the Twitter, made $100 off a phone. They love me cause I'm humble, shorty love me cause I'm long. Fuckin' with a baggy, she gon' blow it like a bomb. I told her what to do and she gon' sing it like a song. Going over young, I got a ring in her alarm. Smoking all the pressure, just to sell the whole shade. I'm walking strong, I've been stepping on snakes. Ice cube chain, I feel like old shit. Shorty got a fat ass, got my name whole way. I'm on the top now. She got a thing for the top spot. She got a thing for the high block. She don't even scream with them Glocks pop. Bye bye.
But that's how they do you. That's how they do you. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the next thing we gonna push? What the next place you want some money? Rookie, speak up. You keep claiming you don't know nothing. Speak up. Speak up. What money you get? What money you need to know? I don't get money with none of these cats, bro. I tell you, bro. Tell me. What you want to know? I give all the giblets out. I don't care. Screw them. That's how I'm rolling. You want to know how to get referral money for sending people to the slaughterhouse? I'll tell you how to do that. You want to know how to double your check just by financially raping your student? I'll tell you how to do that. What you want to know? It's sad, but it what it is. See, I'm under the thorough understanding that my industry doesn't hate me because they can help it. They hate me because they don't know how to love what I'm doing. It's that simple. I'm just looking at understanding of the DOT clock before I set foot in my CDLs. You're just looking? Yeah, you need to do more than that than just look. It's way more stuff than other than that. Do you know why y'all come in and go lease off the gate and I can look at your truck and tell you're not getting no money. You know how I can tell? You burning money just because your trailer too far away from the tractor. Pissing money down the drain. Hannah Marco, thanks for the love. The alert box is open, so if you do send any super chats, it will pop up. Listen, you ain't getting money. You losing money right there. Why do you throwing your money in the fuel tank? End of the week come. You so lazy, you fill the tank up to $450,000 and the payroll in 7 hours. You just dropped your check $400. Roger confused. It creates a vortex of wind when your trailer is back too far. It creates a wind blockage, slows the truck down. You're burning gas. That's why you see a lot of dudes their trailer's closer. Makes the truck more aerodynamic, more sleek, leaves less of a space for air to get there and create a vortex and slow the truck down. Put more money in their pocket. How many of y'all playing the MPG game? What's the MPG game? Someone tell me. What's the MPG game? I want to see if y'all can make some money. You even know where the MPG reading is on your truck? That money down the drain. You wonder why old boy next to you don't get nothing less than $2,300 a week. It's compounding. It's 8 different disciplines that add up to a certain amount of money. You can't just be a runner. Can't just be a runner. That ain't enough. How many of y'all tires is underinflated because you don't know that mess with your money? How many of your tires is under 120? You just burning money going down the road, messing up your MPG just with your tire. So you got MPG with your tire, you got MPG with how far back your trailer is. I'm putting money in your pocket for nothing. I should stop. Some trucks are too heavy to have their trailers too close to the tractor. Is that true? Yeah, that's true. But that's people who don't know how to pick loads. I'm not going to pick a load that heavy. Or you're in an industry where you're calling stuff that's so heavy that the MPG don't matter. They're paying you so much money. So that's irrelevant. So your trailer's too far back. Your tires ain't inflated properly. You ain't getting your PMs done regularly, so your engine ain't running the best of its ability, so you're losing money on MPG there. And you're not paying attention to your MPG. How many of y'all know the sweet spot of your truck? What's the sweet spot? Oh, no. Phil, I'm getting it all out. Screw it. It don't matter. Y'all hate me anyway. I tell you. What's the sweet spot in your truck? Did you know your truck had a sweet spot? And what is it? What is it? What's the sweet spot in the truck? Phil know what the sweet spot is. What's the sweet spot in the truck? What is that referring to? Because y'all I'm back getting money about a bag. How you about a bag? You ain't educated yourself at all. Look, everybody hitting you with it. So tell me then, if that's the sweet spot to make all the money, why everybody talking about they truck can go 75 miles an hour? They not talking about making no money, bro. It ain't nothing but badges of honors, bro. I'm trying to get you to get to the bag, bro. But you ain't listening to the rebirth and the re-education. Why am I going to talk to you about it? You don't want to hear it. What you do is you listen to this video and apply it and act like I ain't the one that told you. And then you go to somebody else's page and say you the realest in the world. Word. Rashid, they don't know, man. They don't know. It goes deeper. Which truck stop had the best fuel? Which truck has the best fuel? Which truck has the cheapest fuel, but it burns out faster? I'm not giving y'all no more gems. Not today. Not today. Not today. I'm going to stop. Y'all ain't showing me no love anyway. Eric James, thanks for hitting the cash out. Because y'all swear I don't know what I'm talking about. No one signed up, no one hit the cash out. Okay, listen, bro. Go on with the people leading you down the road blind. Run with them. Facts, though. I'm preaching too much today, Phil. I need to shut up. I'm going to shut up, y'all. You right. I ain't going to say no more. Y'all don't want to hear no more. I'm not going to talk no more about making money. I'm going to be quiet. No more talking about making money. All right. They don't want me talking about it no more. It's cool. I thought I'd try to, get you to get some money. You knew you were a rookie. Don't know no better. It's all love. I ain't tripping about it. They swear that going fast crap is cool. They think it's cool. It's just losing money. Willis, if you going into 70 miles an hour, I don't know why you talking about saving money anyway. You ain't interested. Ain't no point in talking about that. You don't want to make no money, ain't that right? Come on now. Come on now. You ain't got to lie to me, Craig. Yeah. Peace to the God, and the rebirth and the re-education for the nation. Let me set up people to call in. Only the Patreon people can call in, bro. Go sign up for the Patreon. Only Patreon people can call in. Mando, $5, Rolls Royce Fund. I appreciate you, Mando. My guy, Ryan. You know it's love when a dude in your Patreon and he still send you cash apps. But you know. Huh. But we all friends though, right? Fact though. Peace to the God, and the rebirth. JR, what's happening with you? Thanks for subbing. But that's how they do you. That's how they do you. All right, that's it. All right, we getting up there. Podcast of that trying. We're getting up there. Y'all swear y'all want to see some money, man. That's something else. I want to do an interview with this guy. Everybody be quiet. I want to talk to Black Core. I want to talk to Black Core, Big Money Grips himself. What's the dealio?
Hey.
I wanted to holler at you. I sent you in peace to the God. I sent you an inbox.
Yes, sir. I got it.
You did what?
Yeah, I got it. And I sent you an email, or not an email, but if you send me your email through Patreon, I can send you my e-logs. And you can show that to the people on the Patreon or your newbies that show up. How a real drive clock looks. How you win. How you make the most of your money.
Now tell me first before we get into that.
Yeah.
Before we get into that. Hold on 1 second. Let me get my Nick Willis 25 for the re-education, my guy Willis. My guy Willis. Hold on. No, I don't want a slideshow. There we go. Gotta have my joint. Hold on, y'all. I gotta work my groove magic because I'm doing everything myself in the streets. Just trying to learn the game. Display capture. Let's put you right here. Display capture. Put that down here. That is the wrong display. That is showing my CPU. It's pretty, ain't it? It's pretty. I know it's pretty. I ain't got to. Don't get mad. It's pretty. I know. There we go. Bing, bang, booey. Now, Black Core, you are a big money owner op, ain't you?
I'm getting there. I'm a baby owner operator.
You're a big.
But yes, I am making money for it.
And tell me since you are owner op, does that mean the time clock means nothing to you now?
If it did, I literally would be in a worse position than I was company because no one's going to push you to make money. I would be in a worse position if I was just lazy, think I just pull one load and just go home.
Right.
Yeah. So your time clock is the reason why you even get a contract or dedicated routes
Mm.
because your time clock builds trust.
Wow, I never put it that way before.
Your time clock builds trust.
Break that down. So, how does it build trust?
Let's say you. I'll put it like this: when I started at the current company that I was at as a company driver, within the first week, I got a call from my DM, and she said, "You're running amazingly well." Now, of course, she was giving me a whole bunch of crappy loads at first, as
Mm.
you have to gauge drivers, how they are, how they act, how long they work,
Right.
of course, the stops and all that. But if you're just running from shipper, customer, sleep overnight, and then you're doing things behind the wall, um, I'm sorry, behind the back of the dispatcher or the fleet manager, because you're calling the customer up, you're looking them up on Google Maps, getting their phone number, saying, "Hey, I'll be here at this, and this time. Can I overnight?" Or you ask the shipper receive, and you ask them the same damn question. Someone say yes, someone say no, and
Right.
someone give you the closest location you can park,
Mm.
and then you deliver your load in the morning off in your sleeper berth. You do that in the morning, and guess what? Your truck's ready to go. 7 o'clock or 7:30, an hour before everyone even comes into work.
That's crazy. So,
And you do that, yeah.
and you believe that builds a trust with the dispatcher to trust you with the load to be on time.
Oh, absolutely,
And how did that aid and abet you
absolutely.
in getting your own truck as far as financially? That aided and abetted you in so when they say, "Oh, how do I get my own truck?" The first step is clock.
Yeah, clock, because that's going to open your avenue up to new customers that are really like time. They need the time down packed, and it's someone who can do it, get it done, and they'll pay you a lot of money to do it.
Mm.
That if you follow that for I guess depending on the type of truck you want, you can get it as easy as a year starting out, but you have to be really into it. You can't be at no rest areas, sleeping in 12 hours. You can't be at no truck stop stopping for 45 minutes. No, you got to go. You got to run. You do all that at the end of the day.
Mm. Um.
And yeah, go ahead.
Uh. Mr. Rainey says you got put on timeout. I don't know who put you on timeout. Um. That makes a lot of sense. That's why I tell people it's like there's a lot of glamorous things we can talk about. Like
Oh yeah,
Black Core is one of them. He got a very people like his truck. First of all, it's dirty red. Let's get that out of the way. It got to be red. Let's get that out the way. It's dirty red. It's freaking. It has the 60 in it. It has all the macho points are hit. All those points are hit. You understand? Is it an 18 speed?
yes, it is 18 speed.
See, now he's just doing too much. He doing too much. He don't need no 18 speed. But listen, he got the 18 speeds. All the macho marks are hit. But then when you sit down and talk to this
Everything.
person, they're gonna tell you, listen, man, it starts from step one. You got to have that clock right. But where'd you go get the truck? All of that's irrelevant. Where you running? Irrelevant. All that's irrelevant if you don't understand step one. Y'all will come into the game, be working for 2 months, and say, I sit on this person's page because they tell you about an authority. Why are you even saying the word authority?
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
What are we talking about? You don't even understand how to get from Cali to Texas. I'm lost. Well, I'm going to be an owner, so it don't matter. How can you manage a group of people? Don't laugh at them, dog. They trying to figure it out, dog. They trying.
Okay, all right.
How can you manage a group of people that you have nothing in common with, that you don't understand what they're going through and what they need to do? You don't understand it. You just if Black Core calls you and say, hey man, 84 shut down, the other top one say it's a bad storm coming, so I'm gonna go on this back road. I may be a little bit late. You don't even know how to gauge if he's pulling your leg or not. What you gonna do, bro? You gotta learn more than just looking cool. And I think I've started that campaign 8 years ago with my campaign against the Peterbilt thing. Like really hate Peterbilts, but I always go at them because don't be at CR England. You haven't finished yet, but you saying you a Peterbilt dude. How? You understand? When I was at CR England, we had these conversations before we got a license. Now I'm a Peterbilt guy.
They still have those conversations, TB. They still have them over in the school in Salt Lake, and it drives me up the friggin' wall too.
It's like, why are you a Peterbilt guy? Oh, they're a better truck. Oh, first of all, let me tell you something. It ain't much. Let's break this right now. You can make money with any truck that they sell. That difference in truck stuff is crap, bro. It's basically comforts is what you're talking about. It's not to the job. Because let's be real. You can give a person that knows how to run their clock, you can give them a Cascadia and they can have the most beautiful freaking year they ever had. It doesn't matter, man. Not like unless you're going into a niche market where you're hauling like, boilers out of the bottom of war zones or something. Then you need some crazy stuff. And then they pay you accordingly. I've met people who have the most powerful engine they can find, 18 freaking speed, and they hauling mail. Explain it.
What the hell?
Someone explain that to me. So you have this Detroit 60 18 speed. Oh, this thing has 45,000 pound rear end and a 15,000 pound front axle with the off-road tires in front of the truck. But you're hauling mail, bro. How heavy is mail?
It's because they want to go 70 up I-70 in Colorado. They don't want to have to go 35 miles an hour like everybody else. And they think that's going to help them.
Man, you don't even need all that.
You don't even need all that, bro.
You don't even need all that.
First of all, you're just burning gas for nothing. Mail is about I'll call it 15,000 pounds max. That's max. First of all, the truck don't even know it's on it. That's how light that is.
That's true.
What are you burning all that fuel for, bro? To try to look cool? See, that's what I mean. In trucking, there are badges of honor, and you must watch out for these badges of honor because they almost always never make you no money. They're just to look cool. That's it. I just want to look cool and say that I have a cat in my truck until it breaks down, and then you see all the videos of how hard it is to get it fixed. Then what are you going to do?
That's truly premium, a cat engine. Yeah, don't buy it.
Right.
Unless you got the money for it.
Unless you got the money for it or you have the freight where it would shine. Like if you're pulling 120,000 pound stuff, it probably shines there. It makes sense. But if you got a cat engine and you're hauling average 32,000 pounds, that is a waste of freaking money. What are you doing that for?
Yeah, as a engine guy who likes to do this debate just because it's funny. Yeah, if you got something that's overkill for you're wasting your money, whether you're on what you actually bought or on the back end for maintaining such an overkill of an engine.
Right. You're wasting your freaking money, bro. And but see, you're doing it under the guise of being cool and to prove you. When you're in trucking, you have no one to prove. You have nothing to prove to nobody. Let's break down some misconceptions for the rookies that are watching. You have nothing to prove to any of these people. Rule 1, you don't know these people. These people you meet in trucking are not your friend. They're not your friend. There's nothing you need to prove to them. None of that stuff. You don't need to do any of that. All you need to do is focus on how you're going to make your freaking money. Don't be doing stuff for other people. And you're talking how you're driving fast and all these other things, and then you're burning up all your money. You're wondering why your check is $1,600, $1,700, and there's someone who's going. Let me tell you something. Tiffany Hanna, she doesn't drive her truck over 58 miles an hour ever.
TB, you giving away that drip.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought we was giving out.
You weren't supposed to put that one out there.
I'm sorry. I need to shut up. TB, shut up. I'm doing too much. But I'm just trying to give him the money, though. Can I give him the money? I'm just trying to give him the money. Well, I ain't gonna say
nothing. You give a little bit. That 58 mile per hour, that's probably the best you can do, right there.
Yeah, because
that's a trade secret. Don't put that out there in the street.
That's a mentality.
I'm just trying to. Y'all right. I'm doing too much. But see, this is the thing. What I'm saying, I'm so used to giving giblets, they expect it. And then they don't appreciate it. Like, I don't know how to do this industry, bro. It takes you 5 years to be an expert at something. I'm 9+, bro. Don't tell me I'm not an expert at this. I know what I'm doing. And it is like, well, he doesn't even drive. You don't know if I drive, bro. You don't know how long it takes to recover a truck from the San Fernando Valley and get back here. You don't understand how long that takes and what that does on a business level. You don't know what I do in trucking because I was smart enough to shut up.
Facts.
Okay, now what you need to understand is the numbers matter more than how people feel. The numbers. The trucking is a numbers game. Even if you jump over to fleets, it's a volume game. It ain't how much money he making per truck. It's about how many trucks he got. So he could be making $1,400 a truck. You think that ain't a big profit margin? It is if he has 30. You gotta understand, it's all about the numbers. Half of the time, I'm gonna hit y'all. I'm gonna get one more. Okay, I'm gonna get one more. Here's something that's gonna mess y'all heads up, rookie. Half the time, if the factor that was in Motown in the 50s, the factor in the sharecroppers, the factor in the rap game now has nothing to do with talent or skill. It has to do, and I want y'all to be quiet and listen. The most important portion of this situation is paperwork. Paperwork. Every single trucker's paperwork is not created equal. Now, I may go up to Just Phil and say, I got a better truck than you, jerk. That truck whack. It ain't popping.
But I know what my Raycon is.
And I don't know what a Raycon is at all. I've never seen one before. Or, you know, Just Phil's paying $400 a week and getting 80% of his gross. I'm paying $1,000 and they're taking 26%. I'm paying $1,000, they're taking 26%, and they have 64 more lines on the freaking settlement. And then when I do my math, because I'm telling y'all the main regime's numbers here. When I do my math and I'm end of the week, I done gave up $2,700 before I seen a dime. I go over to Phil. Phil got $635 in overhead with the small company. But all he has is a regular white truck without all the bells and whistles, and you thinking, oh, this dude's sucking in life. No. He's not sucking in life. It's the paperwork, my guy. You don't even understand the paperwork. And let me tell you something. The pen is mightier than the sword, bro. Always. The pen is mightier than the sword. The truck is the sword. The pen is telling you what the truck can get. I ain't getting no more.
You are made or broke at the stroke of a broker's pen.
Oh man.
I'm not giving them more black coin. I'm not gonna do it. I'm talking too much. I know I'm ill. Because like half of them looking for their contract right now. Where is my paperwork? Why are you talking about? Let me see what I'm getting. Yes. There's a reason why dudes get on here lives and fight about Jones Motors, Lone Star,
oh God,
Amazon, UPS. They fight about these different places because every single one of them got what different? Paperwork.
Right.
The paperwork's different. That's it. The paperwork's different. I can't give them no more, man. Listen, all I wanted to do is this. Because, you know, they say I don't help people how to make no money. You hear me? I don't help people make no money. But this is the whole thing.
You be killing me with all, because I be wanting all the giblets.
I'm sure you do, Anthony. But peep game. Peep game. If I give people this stuff, and I tell them these things, because most of them think I'm just, he don't know what he's talking about. Bro, let me tell you something. You can't survive in this industry the better of a decade and not know what you're doing. you would stop. So let's get that out the way. If you figured out a way to take care of yourself as an adult and your family in this industry for the better of a decade, you're successful at this industry because this industry is made to rape you. So if you somehow duck the mass rape, you're smart right then and there. That's number one. Number two, if you can survive this industry health-wise, you're a monster there. Mental-wise, you're a monster again. So if you've done all 4 or 5 of these main disciplines, you are a very accomplished person. Well, I don't see it in the money-wise. That's because the industry is built to rape you. Of course you don't see it in the money-wise. Let me tell you something. There's dudes out here with fleets that are broke. That's a fact.
They ain't ready for that talk.
I ain't gonna get to them.
That's sad.
It's people out here with fleets that are broke. Yeah, hell, I'll give you a bigger one. There's fleets with 2,000 freaking trucks that are broke, that go bankrupt, and now all the drivers saying they need to take a collection plate to get home. How could that be possible? This place got 2,500 trucks. How did they go broke?
Upside down in that overhead.
Huh?
I want to say one so bad. Oh my God.
How did they go broke? You got 20. So that tells you right there, the amount of trucks you have are irrelevant.
Right.
They had thousands of trucks, went broke, and the person went to prison behind it. That's because people are playing with the paperwork, and some of this stuff is illegal, if not all of it. You see,
Night Transportation had to buy out Swift because they were going to go bankrupt in like 4 years.
See, I ain't know that. I won't say nobody. Of course, Ryan come in and just drop it on the table. Swift was broke. Like, Jesus Christ.
They got
Yeah,
12,
I can name
like
about
11,000 trucks. Yeah.
And they were going broke. They never talked about what portion made them go broke.
I think it was just mismanagement of money, but they were, if I remember correctly, for a while there, they were publicly owned. And if you're a publicly owned trucking company, from what I've read, I don't think you're doing very good. Because going public is a good way to get rich real quick, but it's not a good way to sustain a trucking business. I don't think there's very many trucking businesses out there that are fully public anymore, because all shareholders care about is, let's make that quick buck right now.
Right. You make the quick buck right now, and then you're dealing with corporate and CEOs and executives, and at the top end, they're raping the company for every share, money, thing they can get. Once it's all done, the company goes down, and you say they failed, but they walk away with $30-40 million. How do they fail?
Yep. They feel great, don't they?
How do they fail? Don't see a lick of time, walk away with $30-40 million, turn around, open another LLC or something, and they back in business and on another angle in the same day. They're not worrying about it. That's why I told you got to worry about your stuff. That's why I talk about buying ridiculous cars and all those type of things, because those are the main pitfalls that rookies run into because they're not used to the money. The first thing they do, they go get a car they can't afford. First move as a young male does is get a car, because cars attract what? Women. That's the first move they mess up on. Now you have this car that's $794 a freaking month. You barely know how to run. You don't know you're going to get tired of it within a year. And you don't even get to drive it. It's just sitting somewhere. Then after a while, if you default on that, you messed your credit up. If you don't, you never had no extra money to get the black horse position. Well, how did you do that? I saved up this amount of money, but you can't save that up if you got $1,000 worth of car notes at the house. That's why I talk about these things about abstinence and stuff like that. You can't say, oh, you don't tell them how to get money. All of these things, abstinence, don't do, all that's money talk. It may not sound like it to you because you're stupid, but it's money talk.
High dollar cars are a gateway to expensive women and expensive children.
That's right.
Facts. And to the women that getting in here, because I don't want to leave y'all out. You're a rookie. You get in here. You get money you ain't never got before. I tell you, go natural. What you gonna go? Listen, I used to date a woman back in the day. It was $600-700 to put a weave in her head. $600-700. I'm thinking that's not real. Oh no, that's real. $600-700. Ask someone who really get their hair done. They'll tell you $600-700 to put weave in her head, and she got it done every other month.
That's on the low end. I've seen
Oh my
12 and
God.
1,500 in some places.
Yeah, because you near Houston and Atlanta. They go up to $2,000-$3,000 to get their hair that weave put in. Here's my thing. You do that, yeah, I'm a girl, I want to look good, but then you're in the truck for 2 months. What did you do that for? It's just up in a bun. It makes no sense.
And then you start getting beside yourself and you decide you want some company. Now you got somebody on the truck that's living off of it.
Somebody on the truck that's living off of you, manipulating you, and all this other type of stuff, and then you're that chick that's at the trucking place saying, "Oh man, my old man broke up, and he just kicked me out, and since I'm and you that stupid statistic. You ain't got to do none of that. You came on here if you practice abstinence, abusing alcohol, if you practice not doing drugs, if you practice expanding your mind instead of being basic, you wouldn't have hit none of those pitfalls. You'd have ducked them all.
Here's a real trap for women. You got to the company, you met somebody, and now he wants to team with you.
That's a trap.
Oh my God, that's a trap. That's the worst.
That's a trap. You know how many?
Yeah, because
you
he
know,
wants to stop and
playing your booty.
Mm.
yeah,
Listen.
wasting time.
That was big at CR England. Was the least drivers was poaching the freshman students. Oh, come on with me. I'll tell you about the game. Really? And they don't know no better. And they go off with
Tell you
them.
what's up. It'll put a baby in you, and now you can't drive for 2 years.
It's all a trick. It's all a trap. And then you get on this dude's truck, because we talking about women empowerment right now. You get on this dude's truck, right? Now you're second seat, and he chooses what to pay you. Now we're back at
that
paperwork.
was my next point.
Ooh.
So now
That's bad.
you're not getting paid by the company. He chooses what to put in your account. So he can be giving you, oh, this is our money, and giving you $150 a week for feminine products, and he keeping all the freaking $2,000-$3,000 money. It's all about the paperwork, and everybody wants to. That's why I'm very mindful of people who try to call me a family member too quick. Oh, well, that's my brother, that's my trucking father, my trucking mom. Don't do that with me, bro. Because it is a way to manipulate. This game is a master manipulation. It's manipulation. That's why certain people, and you go to smaller companies, they want to act like they're your friend. The owner, I'm friends with the owner. You are not friends with the owner. You're not. That's a way for him to get you to go the extra mile without having to pay you no money, faking a relationship. You're not friends, man. Oh, gets me all riled up. If I have another talk with a trucker and they say, I'm friends with the owner of my company, you're not friends with him. He loves you. This is the best way I can put it. Pay attention and listen. The owner of your company loves you like a racehorse. You understand that? Now, a lot of y'all ain't coaching, they do. What do they do to racehorses if they break their leg?
Take him out back. Boom.
You got the button, TB.
Here's one. They call you by name because you are their prize trophy.
Mm.
Think back to my TMC days. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurt.
But they run this truck right off the road. I swear to God.
They know my name. No, when they type it up in the MS-DOS trucking regime thing, your name is right next to the number, and they tell you call them by that name, so they don't feel like you're just a number. You have to understand how the game works. The game works like this. The industry, which is the white collar people, which is the corporate regime, they think you're a stupid blue collar person. Blue collar is a class level. Let me understand what I'm telling you. If you're making $200,000 a year, that don't mean you're upper class. If you're driving a truck, you're still blue collar. You're still blue collar. It's a class thing. That is why people will tell their kids to date somebody that went to college and got a bachelor's degree. They making $37,000 a year, and they don't ever tell their kids to look at a trucker because it's a class thing.
Here's a crazy drip. You learn some basic psychology and you get inside the head of your dispatcher, and then you really learn how long and how hard they've been raping you at that company.
Facts.
Oh yeah.
And once you understand that it's a class thing, those people in the office, They not only look down on you, the society agrees with them. The laws agree with them. You're blue collar. You're a part of the precariat. Well, if you get into Adam Smith and the Val Maxim and all that stuff back in the day, if you get into the real makeup of our laws in this country, which I'm going too deep for y'all, I know I am. You're the precariat, the piece of the society that lives increasingly precarious lives. You are a resource for the corporate machine to use to make money. That is it. Nobody likes you. And the fact that you need someone to like you or to be your friend, that's a problem. You need to fix that immediately. Because a person who's needing to groom you for that position, they can feel that you need that. They can feel it. And then they always ask you to do I don't do no freaking, listen, this is something I learned after experience. I don't do favors for DMs. No. Because once you give them that one favor, that's it. Black Core, I need you to drive through the moon. Why? Because we're friends. Can you help me out?
Because we're friends. I add you on Facebook. Don't that prove we're friends? Please do this for me.
Because we're friends. 1 second. Somebody I want to hear from was getting all the money, and he's also trying to catch me on the dread stuff, so I'm going to start hating on him when it get to his shoulders. Gold Phoenix, how you doing, buddy?
Not magnificent as always, bro. How y'all is?
Listen, you out here getting money and you making cash and doing what you're supposed to do. And how long you been driving?
About 18 months.
18 months. And what have you learned?
I had no idea Gold Phoenix was a young buck.
Oh, yeah.
How old are you? How old is he?
22.
God dang.
Crap, boy.
Sweet Bammy.
Yeah, I get told I got a baby face all the time, man. I look like I don't belong in a lot of these truck stops.
You're 22 years old. You in a lease truck?
Yes. I went lease right out of school, getting a lot of advice, but that's what I did nonetheless.
You learned your clock?
I did. My father taught me all that. I trained with him, so when I was on the truck with him, he let me tell you how it went. I was first stage of training. Of course, you know how that go. You getting your license and all that. Once I got my license, he showed up the next day. As soon as I got on his truck, he sat next to me. He said, "Everything you just learned, forget all that. I'm gonna teach you two things. I'm gonna teach you how to run, and I'm gonna teach you how to get money." First thing first, stayed on me about time management, bro. We was not stopping at all. I've been running. I run every load like it's high value, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? That's what he taught me to do.
Smart.
As soon as you get loaded, 250 miles, don't stop. Just go. You need to stop, shoot, pull over in a rest area, keep a bottle of something, 2 minutes, keep going. That's it. We don't waste time here. Now I'm at the terminal right now because my load due tomorrow night at like 11 p.m. and I got to do laundry. Other than that, I stay moving.
And now this is my question. When we talk about opportunities, you are 22 years old. Man, what would I did with $100,000 at 22? Boy, I'd have messed my life up. Booty meat. It would have been a problem in the streets. But, I get it. You did your thing. Listen, 22 years old with the potential, because I don't want to put your money out there, with the potential to do $100,000 a year. That is freaking nuts. You understand? Bachelor's degrees and a few master's degrees ain't seeing 150, bro.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a ride for me. Even before I was doing trucking, I was making okay money. I want to say
12 years
every
in this
year
game,
since
and
I was about 18,
for growth.
I've doubled
Keep
my
preaching
income every year
facts.
after that.
White check mark.
This is the first year I didn't double it, but I got pretty freaking close to it. So that's my goal.
So okay. Now we got this young buck in here. He's making all this money. Because Phoenix, I don't tell people how to make no money. That's the census right now. And I may be petty because of that, but what are you gonna do? Listen, you're making this money. You're young. Breath smelling like Similac. Just a young buck out in the streets. You got any kids?
No kids.
Oh God, I don't like this guy.
He already up one.
No kids. I was dating a girl before I got into trucking, but I had to cut that off. She wasn't. I had this vision in my head she tried to talk me out of it. So it's, ain't no hate. It's just I'm not the guy for you. I'm gonna go do this. So you don't gotta like it.
Nice.
But
this guy's
it
great.
is what it is.
Oh, I like that. It's a good phrase. Good phrase right there. Good power, man. That's good power.
Like I said, it ain't never a hate thing. It's just you want to be in my life, you got to be able to add something to it. When I tell you I have this vision, your first instinct is to try to talk me out of it to benefit you. Oh no, you gotta go. I don't play games. I really don't.
I
don't give chicks no leeway. I'm real.
Damn it, dude. I wish I was you back my age.
God.
Damn.
Yeah.
Your father led you down a good path.
Yeah,
Good
he did.
grief,
But
fam.
see, listen to what I'm telling you. Now you getting money. You done started your YouTube. What's the name of YouTube?
Gold Phoenix.
Gold Phoenix is
That's
YouTube.
simple.
Make sure you go sub to him immediately for the young guys who just got in the game and you want to hear from a young guy's perspective. Because sometimes when you listen to me, first of all, I'm old and crotchety now. That's what they're gonna say. I'm old and I'm gonna be real with you. I don't got your libido, so I can say no to sex way easier than you. So you can't really follow what I'm saying. All right, I've already done all the stupid stuff. So when Saturday comes, I don't feel like I'm missing out on nothing. It's like it's time to watch Big Bang Theory and make a vegan pizza. That's what my Saturday is. So of course, it's a little bit easier for me to do certain things. Maybe you need to hear from somebody who's actually doing it and following the freaking plan, doing what he's supposed to do. Now, are you drink, Gold Phoenix?
When I go home, I might have a drink or two here and there, but I don't ever get to the point where I'm out of my mind. This last home time I did, probably last month, I didn't drink anything. I was home for 10 days.
Right. You'll eventually.
So I might have some, maybe every 4 months, I might have one or two.
See, it has to make sure that it's just because it can be done in moderation. There's people who can drink in moderation and all that type of stuff. You don't have to, like I say, when I say things, dude, it's a rule of thumb. It's hey, you do what you're gonna do. At the end of the day, I want people to understand some things come with time. I live by an old saying, and some of the old heads gonna know what this is. If it ain't helping, then it's hurting. That's an old saying.
That's a fact.
If it ain't helping, then it's hurting. It has no value to it. That's my thing. Listen, you do what you're going to do. You got to live your life. You got to have experiences. My thing is, when I'm talking to you with this many people that could be looking at me, I have a responsibility not to tell you something that could hurt you. That's why I don't come on here and tell y'all to run illegal. Like, listen, there's a lot of money to be made running illegal, but there's consequences are too high for me to say run illegal and it not be my responsibility when you get in trouble. You're supposed to come here to learn how to make more money and live a better life. And from this point on, you're supposed to start doing the things you're supposed to do. An old cousin of mine one time back when I was drugging and tipping and dipping, he said, what if we just did everything we were supposed to?
Sheesh.
Now, he passed me the blunt after that. It was a question. And he just wanted to know, what if we just did everything we were supposed to do? And I'm like, dude, you talking me to death while you holding the blunt is going out. Go pass that hole. So I'm smoking drugs and I'm sitting there like, I don't know, bro.
Well, that weed ad, you thinking the most dumbest stuff.
The dumbest stuff. Then I asked him,
saying semi-profound stuff, but you ain't never act on it.
But never act on it. Then he hit me with another one. When did we ever do what we were supposed to do? And then it was listen, it felt like a 5-minute quiet, but when you smoking, it could have been 2 hours. But then it was just a quiet, just like, you got to take responsibility. Be honest. You dropped out of school, right? You dropped out of school. Yeah. You're drugging. You popped a kid in the chick. You've never done what you were supposed to do. But what if you just did? Is that freaking simple? Do what you're supposed to do. If it's a rule for a reason. Let me tell you something. Rules and laws come up because somebody did it and something got messed up. That's what that's where laws come from.
Mm-hmm.
This happened, these people died, and then they say, we need to make a law to stop this from happening. That's how it works. I want y'all to do better and not do drugs, man. Drugs will freaking take you under. I don't know if y'all are watching these Vice drug videos like me. Does anybody watch Vice on YouTube?
Yeah, I watch the airport drugs. Mm-hmm. Airports and the drugs. Those are the best. I love those.
The Teenage Felon?
Teenage Felon, Vice on drugs and what they do to different countries and the health effects of them, and showing people coming in and out of prison and 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 times, trying to go clean and keep not going clean, losing their kids, all this other type of stuff. When you see the back end of it, it's not worth it. The rap song is going to show you that, hey, man, I drink a double cup and then 3 Persian chicks come out of the sky. That is not how it works, bro. It doesn't work that way. Weed is not a drug. Okay, that's a good view. But let me tell you something. Weed is a money deterrent. Because when they piss you, they dang sure stop you from working like it's a drug. And I quasi agree with you because I've done my research on it. And yes, I get it. It's not a drug, but here's the thing. It is something that will stop you from getting money. It's also something that now that the piss tests are federal now, you get popped on a bad piss test, that thing follows you. See, back in the day, you could have got popped on a bad piss test and went to the next company and just got in. You can't do that no more.
Mm-hmm.
You must protect your record at all costs.
And I'll add to that. It's a beautiful thing not to have to stress about that either. Knowing, I could pull up and inbound or whatever. Hey, you gotta go pee in this cup. Where I go?
No problem.
Why you gotta smile? Why you got a smile on your face, man? You can be confident when you clean. I ain't gotta worry about that. I ain't gonna say I never did nothing in my life because we all done been through some things. But you gotta mature past that, man. That's all I'm saying.
I remember. Show you how stupid me and my cousin was. We used to smoke weed in the car at the piss test.
Jesus Christ.
Good God. You have no hope back there. God damn, bro.
What I mean,
bro, you was asking for it.
And here's the thing that's going to mess y'all up. I've never felt a piss test. Never felt a piss test. We smoked weed on our lunch breaks. We would leave, sit in the car, smoke weed, and go right back into work.
That's amazing.
Careful with that one, because
smoke outside the front door.
That can get.
Now, of course, I was working at Dollar Tree warehouse or something. It wasn't nothing that was that profound. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like if you could go back to your old self and just look at him and be like, dude, what are you? And then you're sitting around wondering, man, why things don't ever get better? You're smoking weed before you're walking into work, and then asking why you ain't getting a raise. Come on now, we got to do that.
Yeah, I'll tell you a little something I used to do back in the day. I used to work for a car company in corporate. I'm not going to say specifically who it was, but it was a very popular brand. I'll leave it at that. I used to go on my lunch breaks. I would drive home, take my freaking clothes off, put on a robe, smoke a blunt, throw some eye drops in, get back dressed, drive back to work fast as hell with the windows down to get the smell off me. Then walk back in there just zooted.
For no reason.
Now I was getting paid, but at the same time, how much did I miss out on just because I wasn't in my right mind?
Opportunities.
And I'll throw a number in there. At that time, I was making like $50,000 a year. So it wasn't bad, but I could have took that 50, turned it to 70, 80.
Yeah, you
could have 30,000 in potential just from smoking. And then on top of that, you got to spend money on the weed in the first place.
Right. Now, this is the thing. I'm going to let y'all know when I get old and I start losing my sight and I don't work no more, I'm hired in Gouda Brown. I'm going to do drugs. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm going to be real. Once I get about 67, oh, it's over, bro. You might as well kill it. That's it. I'm too old for it to matter now. Like, I'm about to smoke weed. Y'all got to deal with that. But what I say is right now, this is my thing. If you're not some business owner that's not under the rules of being piss test, if you're not some person who somehow ducks that rule, it really is not advantageous to you doing that, dog. It's really not, because you're not in. To be honest, thing is you're not in the position. That's really a retiree or somebody who's getting their money from a different avenue. It's really a retiree situation. Yeah, weed won't kill you. Yeah, weed is not called a drug, but weed also stunts your mental development when you're under 18. And I've been smoking weed since I was 11. So you're in a situation where you smoking weed since you're 11. When you're 22, you're really 15 years old mentally. And you're handling things. It takes a
lot of work to beat that.
It takes a lot of work to beat that. So just don't do the drugs until you're in a position to do what you need to do. That's all I wanted to say. Listen, people, I got some secret stuff going on the back end.
Shaky. Keep that on the low.
And I gotta keep it on the low, Phil. I'll talk to you about it. So I gotta go and handle this. Real quick, Phil. I need to. Okay, my Honda Civic. I still ain't got the title to it, by the way.
Ballsy. Mm-hmm.
First of all, I need to figure out how to get a title to it, because I'm just one of them dudes. I'm not letting it go. Number two,
did you contact that state's office?
I did, and they keep saying yes. I've paid them $50, and I paid them 3 times $6 for it, and it never comes.
You're gonna have to call that county's. Well, the first thing you got to do is call that county's DMV to figure out if they can run the VIN number for it to figure out what happened to it, and then from there, either track down the dealer you got it from, or you're gonna have to get a lawyer to get that moved.
So I can't just like, dang.
Either that, or you're gonna have to go to that state and city and just strong arm them into giving you the title.
Because this is my thing. I could tell them just to junk it, but I know the junker's gonna look at it and get the title.
Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even do that. I mean, especially for what you're potentially planning on doing, to just say screw it, put insurance on it, send it down the street. Right. As long as you're not in a smog state, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm gonna figure it out. I need to get tires for it because it's been sitting in the garage, and I don't have tires for it, and I'm trying to figure out how do I get the tires to the place to get them put on.
Oh, you'll have to just take the wheels off and then go in the back of the F-150.
God, I don't want to do that. I don't like manual labor, bro. Screw you. You think it's hot in Texas, bro? Oh my God, it's hot in Nevada, bro.
Oh, I know. I've been down there a couple times. I've done some 34s over there. I was not outside.
TB, just get a Scion. No, listen, this Honda Civic.
Or here's another alternative that you could do if you just wanted to.
Yeah, go Scion.
Shop around for that same year and just take all the good parts off the other one, and then just trash the body.
See, I was thinking of that too, going on Craigslist and just looking for. I can put any Civic tire wheel on it, right?
If it's from the same generation, yeah.
So me and your wheels wouldn't fit.
No, mine are bigger. I got 17s on my car.
Flossing, man. All right, then. I'm gonna.
That's stock.
I'm gonna figure this out. He tried to floss. I got 17s. You got 9. Man. But no. I'm gonna make Phil the host. I gotta go figure out how to. I don't want to lose the Civic, y'all. So I have to take it up here and figure out how to get wheels on it, or I'm gonna have to get it junked. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to, because I want to do content around it, and you know what I'm saying. I wanted to do things to it and get the body fixed, and I don't want to lose it. So I gotta get out of here because I can't be on here too late because then these places start to close. I'm about to go up to the used tire place and see if they just got some rims laying around. I can just buy tire and rim, bring them back to the car and just put them on.
Yeah.
And those are usually cheap, right? The steel joints.
Yeah, I mean you should fit like 15s or something like that.
All right, so I'm gonna take a picture of the car and I'm gonna go holler at get my Hebrews on this. I'm gonna go down here and holler at the Mexicans, and because the Mexicans do you right out here in Las Vegas. They'll get you set up for the low-Z. Listen, y'all, don't do drugs. I appreciate y'all for calling in and everything like that. Phil is officially the host, and I got to roll. Thank y'all for coming, man. Don't do drugs. Now, you can listen to Phil and talk to other people that's on the panel right now. Black Core is a seriously top dog owner op. So if you have any questions for him, Gold Phoenix, Nicholas, Anthony, he's right here to talk to you like he burning miles. He'd be more than happy to speak to you right now. This is your portion. If you're not in the Patreon, you won't get this talk. Gold Phoenix, ask your questions. If I'm not mistaken, you're at the league. For you to go to the next level, that is the guy you want to talk to. He is not at the league. He has 18 speed, and it's a dirty red. So I would suggest you jump on that, Jack. How did you get it, Black Car? Let him know. Jeez.
Oh, my God.
Stay up. Don't do drugs. I am out T5000. Yeah, y'all see my background popping in the streets. Y'all see that, though? I'm out here popping. Listen, man, I got to go. I bid you adieu. Let's show love to every single person who sent love to the Cash App. Let me give a second to say what's up to them. Give them their shout outs. Because we trying to do better. If you do like this type of content, make sure you do support it. If you want me to do more talks about this that help people make more money, we definitely can, but you got to let me know you want it. If you don't, I'm going to go off on a tangent somewhere else and see if I can find something else you would like to listen to, okay, and talk about. And that's the name of the game. Where we at? All right, let's start from the top.
Just give me that one call. I be on the way. We can hit the mall.
You with me or no? Sends love. Say po boy. Aaron Brooks sends love. I'm watching the live. Explain recapping. Thank you. Nicholas sent love to the Cash App. Mando Trucker. Eric James. Gold Phoenix sent 100. Said keep teaching. Lazaro sent $4 to the Cash App, bro. I appreciate all the love. Don't do drugs. Y'all rock out to a kill while I'm out and about.
Do it, girl, you just like me. Everything on me. Girl, let her please. If it costs to be the boss, and I be quick to cut the cheese. Just give me a call. I be on the way. I be in the hot box. Roll up for a pop out. Street sweepers, mops out. Street cause of cops out. Don't speak, we did not see a thing. What you talk about? Shawty read the lights out. Straps like it's dikes out. He said he won't fight now. 5, 4, 3, 2 lights out. Roll, I bring the bikes out. We can take a flight out. It's more than the lifestyle. Everything just give me that one call. I be on the way. We can hit the mall. Buy you anything. Baby, we can ball. Fly you on a plane. We can hit LA. On the road, just switching lanes. Pull up in the drop top. I be on the move. On my gun, yeah, I cannot stop. They be looking at us when we pull up, when we pop out. I be on the move, yeah, I'm on go. If you ain't no nigga, now you know. Yeah. Just give me a call. Hey. I be in good, but she stay on my side. Lil' mama shit like she came with some fries. Walking with bitches, I came with the guy. One is a high hat, he came with the fire. I make it seem like she came with the choir. I keep it cool, I don't play with the fire. Let's take the show on the road. Shawty a boss, she bold. Shawty ain't nice as you think. She do you in for a mink. Ain't no one realer than me. Rock for my shawty, I die for my shawty. I promise I live like a king. Cause ain't no one realer than she. This is forever like ink. Just give me that one call. I be on the way. We can hit the mall. Buy you anything. Baby, we can ball. Fly you on a plane. We can hit LA. On the road, just switching lanes. Pull up in the drop top. I be on the move. On my gun, yeah, I cannot stop. They be looking at us when we pull up.